So the pre-alarm is Craig behind camera, our producer. He does this clap, you guys, and I've been watching, like, waiting for him to clap so I can stop. So today he was taking the mic. Anyway, so welcome back to episode 3 of the Coaster Podcast. Darian, insert some like in the, because I missed the club. Shoot up. I'm actually so excited to be back because we're still sitting in the month of February. Even if Aquarius season ends, it's still February. And that's all I like to know. I am your host, Russeni, and as always, until he gets fired, I'm joking. About it. How did you know?
I was thinking about it. After how many? Jesus Christ.
Do you know what the problem is? Because obviously off camera, check us out on YouTube, and off recording, I don't call you this name. And you know I butcher every name, especially celebrities. And you're finessing the thing, yeah? Make some noise for Oren Hanzo. What? Get more gunshots. Everything. Go on. Pow. Make the whole fucking make noise. That I got it right. I'm hoping I want to get through this whole episode by not butchering any celebrities' names because
I think we'll have to do a tally.
Of how many? Yeah. How many episodes?
No, how many times you butcher someone's name in an episode.
Okay, let's do that. We can do a tally. We just have a thing, and
put it as a mark on top of your head
on the YouTube. There you go. And a celebrity, locally right now, and hopefully big things in the future.
Oh please!
Make some noise for our special guest, long time a friend. We're a good couple years, more than a couple years into this.
Unfortunately.
And we're okay with that. Do you hear the shade? That's how you know we're comfortable. Make some noise for the singer-songstress, Xaharah. Pure gotcha today. Like, what? Also, in the mix for us, obviously, a new thing that I want to do in the podcast is have a stuffed animal. Because, I love the minions, love being childish, whatever. Work with young people then. So we have a lion today, a little lion from...
Lion King.
Why did you say no? You just said that so. You said that so swift.
Wait.
You just said no. It's not from Lion. No, it's not. Sorry, but it's from somewhere that I think you really love or adjacent. It's from Japan. And I know you're really into that and like anime and stuff.
Yes,
and you're single. We're just gonna plug it from the beginning. Ari.
Gato.
Thank you.
Yes.
I didn't butcher that. I done it on purpose. That's a new single. We're gonna get to hear a little bit at the end of the podcast. So stay tuned for that. But that one, I'm not saying like factory. No, a friend had gone to Japan and that was something they brought back for me.
Okay.
So it was, and I've picked this lion especially. You can name him. I name all of them, and he hasn't got a name. He's just like Japan, which is really weird.
Okay, so I'll give it a Japanese name.
Go on. One I can say. You see, I've been butchering names. So.
Okay. Well, I'll keep it short and sweet.
Kai-san.
Kai-san.
I like that one.
Kai and then san.
Kai-san.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll be messaging her later to find I remember the Kai bit and then the san bit. I'll be like, yo, but okay, cool.
It's just like an additional thing that they add on, I think, to like if you want to speak to a friend, like if you're speaking to a friend, you say san or chan. If it's like an older person or a younger person, you also have a different name for
Not
that.
Chan isn't like Jackie Chan.
No, it's
Japanese.
No, Jackie Chan is that's his name, sweetie.
What we said we're doing tallies. Do a tally there.
That's
do a tally
one
for.
there.
There's one right. That's a big one. And the funny thing, as it left my mouth, I said, that wasn't it. That wasn't it.
Choices.
That was a reference, you guys. If you know that reference, hit us up. On to the first segment as a nice little segue. I'm loving this. Insert theme music. Whatever noise it makes in it. So the first segment is Wagwan for us, Wagwan for them. So first we're going to dish a little bit about us and what we're doing in life, how we're coping, whether it be love. Right now, lockdown is a big thing because we're all struggling out in the streets. And then later, get to just talk a little bit about celebrities. And today, I've got a theme on the celebrities. But before that, how you guys doing?
How you been?
How am I doing?
How you been?
I'm all right,
Oh, the dead air. The funny, we always say to that. Who's gonna go first? Do you know what it is? Mine's
Let
really.
the guest go first.
Oh, you go on.
Well, this is awkward. Yeah. I'm okay. I've been alright.
How you coping with lockdown?
Oh, it's terrible.
The laugh is not. If you hear me laughing at Xaharah, it's not because I'm laughing at what she's saying. It's how she said
me.
it and knowing her for years. So.
It's a joke thing, to be honest. But honestly, it's kind of made me be more self-aware about self-caring, which is what we were talking about just before. And I feel like, you know, it's difficult, and your mind gets, you know, muddled, and your heart is all over the place, and you kind of doubt yourself. But I just feel like I've been more educated more on how to do self-care. That wasn't really there before lockdown.
In what, like, can you give us some example of like the self-care you would like?
Like, well, obviously I've been struggling with mental health for many years. So that being said, obviously not being able to go to studios or recording or, you know, meeting like people and socializing as well as doing gigs and stuff was a big toll on me, because that's what I do every day. So that being said, when, you know, I've been stuck at home in that, you know, going into social media, you get to see a lot of things, and although there's a negative aspect of it, there is also a positive side to it, which is, you know, people posting about different types of self-care and numbers that you can contact when you're feeling sad or anxious, or you know, you're getting to a dark place. And I feel like it's really, really good. It's an amazing thing, and I feel like me being able to access that allows me to, you know.
Do you think it helped that? For me, one thing lockdown did do, 50-50, is it kind of slowed everything down.
Yeah.
So you did, if you fell on the right path, or you're taking the time to slow down and reflect, do you think that helped? Like,
it definitely
being able
helped.
to stop? Cool.
It definitely helped, because it light up a fire on my ass to, you know, do music. Like, because, you know, I've been going up and down with music a lot, obviously, pertaining to mental health in the world. But that being said, you know, just music is everything for me, and that definitely like put me on a path where I'm just like, yeah, like I have to do this. Like, this is something that is meant for you, and lockdown has definitely made me realise that. So obviously 2021, man's coming with a passion in that. Yeah. But 2020, I was just like, is music really for me? Jeez. Yeah.
Wait, you know what it is? I'm cutting you off to be rude on purpose, because we're gonna get into that. Yeah. That's gonna be in there. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Well, that's the main topic of today's episode. Because that's what's been on my mind as well. And I just, before we even get into that, like, I just think you're so talented. Like, from when we was back at school together and whatever the case that was the case. We was alright, actually. When I hear some stories about other people, Jesus. Yeah, I need to stop calling the Lord's name in vain up on this thing, you know. All the Christians just rolling eyes, mate. In the altar. Ooh. So, Mr. Hanzo, how have you been? I think I'm gonna go with that, the Mr. part. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you could do that.
Very
I'm there.
Yeah. Where is there?
I mean, nothing's really changed since the last one. Still at the plantation. My hands are pixelated. I've got pixels in my fingers. Oh, bruv.
Have you got any plans for anything else, or are you aiming towards like a promotion or whatever the case is?
Yeah. I mean, there are bigger things in the pipeline or in the plan. You're just trying to find the right time to execute them. But as of now, the plantation is killing me. But we've got bills to pay.
Amen.
We've got food to eat. So we keep pushing.
Talking about bills, just a little a side note. This is how my mind works, yeah? Do you know they never taught us about taxes at school?
Never. Never.
I saw a TikTok, and it just triggers me every time that this conversation comes up, where I learned how to find X and Sokotoa and all of them foolishness that clearly have a space in my brain. But stuff like taxes and how much the man, do you remember when people used to say that all the time? Would be taken from me. No, I understand the whole process of it now, innit? But where was this teaching at school? Go on.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like, I'm still totally clueless about that too.
No, the thing is, it's... Me and Mum had this discussion the other day, is that a lot of what school prepares you for are not necessarily the things that it's going to take you into adulthood.
Right.
People don't understand how loans work, how overdrafts work, how mortgages work.
Credit card, that's not your money.
Right.
Let me put that one out
that's
there.
The thing.
That ain't yours.
That's the thing. A lot of people get, it's free money. You pay back when you can. That's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
Do you see what I'm saying?
When interest start eating you up from
Right.
inside out.
And how it affects your credit and how that prevents you from doing certain things. And how it even can prevent you from getting certain jobs.
Especially as like black people, we really don't have a foundation of money from
Generations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Generational
wealth. Let me calm myself before someone shakes me. So we ain't already got that. Obviously, certain people do, but the majority of us don't. And then here we come, not having the right knowledge, and then out in the
but
street.
you hear horror stories where people's parents, they have children, they take credit cards out in their kid's name, spend the money, don't pay it back, and then when the child becomes older and wants to get a mobile phone or something, they can't because the credit is bad.
No, it happens.
It happens.
It happens.
It happens. Like you find people have taken the money to go and build a home back home, and they've ruined that child's credit for God knows how many years.
Absolutely.
So I do think it needs to be either in the curriculum, not just for black kids, but for just people in general.
Yeah.
In general, because even this Klarna thing, like
$4.99.
why are you paying $5.99 for a dress that costs £30? I get it. Not
if
everyone's
you can't
pocket
afford
is
the clothes, you don't deserve or need the clothes.
Right.
But for me, it's more so
necessity.
the idea that credit should only be used for big purchases,
Right.
not using credit for £30
For Zara and ASOS.
dress.
Right.
That just seems silly to me. Do you see what I'm saying? So educating people about how to use credit, and if you have to use stuff like Klarna for £30 dress or £30 top, what's the best way of doing it? But that all needs to be added include because a lot of parents don't know these things. A lot of parents live check to check, so it's literally what I have is what comes out. How to build wealth, they don't have that expertise. They don't even have anyone close to them to even explain it to them. So definitely something we need to.
On parents, and to do my update before we get into like these celebrities is one thing my parents did know is that I would be I was gonna say prancing, but never mind. Floating around on stage and doing such things like making a podcast. My update is since we last filmed and I started putting out content again on the gram for 2020, something I said, I'm gonna do podcasts, all of that. I got to feature on Arts for Essentials, and that was about mental health and stuff like that. So that was nice to do, and obviously everything's virtual. So they still had it in a way. It wasn't like a Zoom. It was you get to be on a stage. It was I can't explain it. Where whoever was highlighted, imagine it was Zoom. Whoever was highlighted, they had it set up like a stage, and then you were backstage. Like that's what he said. So that was really nice. So shout out to them. And I don't know why I didn't process it as well as everyone else did. That I got to be on BBC London thanks to Amelia Poams. That could be number 3. We'll find out later. But shout out to her. We've been able to perform, I think, twice before. So she'd seen me once. Then she hosted something I'd done like a festival last year. And then she asked me to be on the show is called The Scene. You can go back and check it out. It was the episode that was on the 28th of January.
Kept that mad quiet.
Right?
No, do you know what it is?
Right.
Because I was working, and they gave like promotional pictures. Like depending on the event, they'll give this is your artwork or send a picture and then we'll put whatever in it. So I don't know if I think I got it a bit late or I had even confirmed. So by the time I even pushed it on social media, it was right like that week or saying was really not. And then we had this conversation off air that I was like, oh, I've been pushing things later or like working out how I want to push material without like shoving it down. And then because I took a break, my algorithm.
But the thing is, with
Took a
like
punch.
Insta
Really?
and and Twitter and all the other media platforms, there's no right or wrong time to post content. However, they've
You think so? I think there is.
But there's like a algorithm system
is.
thing that definitely, like, if you want to promote your business or promote what you're doing, that definitely
Look into
takes a toll,
insights
100.
and work out when your followers are online most and stuff like that. Because the days that it has told me they're correct, and you just have to know, and then you have to post regularly enough that you're saying people's feed and and stuff like that.
Because it affects it as well.
But then you can time your post then.
No, you can't. You can't. You'd
I'm
have to
sure you
get
can
like
do
a
that on the
third party
business-
app.
On the business side of Instagram, you can.
Are you
do
sure?
that.
I need to
think
double
so.
check that. I'm not. I've got mine as like a artist one, or so it's not a personal one. But I've never been able to time it. But what I do know is the less you're off, like I watch my story views. When I mean they plummeted so hard that when I checked, I said, "What did I do?" Like, but I don't know if more people are watching stories because they're at home, so no one's getting to them or whatever. But I watch them just. If it was a pie chart or whatever the case is, a graph.
Just tumbling.
Just tumble. I said, nah, so no, definitely look into that. I would say. Any more updates you guys want to give before we read these celebrities to feel this is not what I want to say?
I don't think so. Just what I've been watching. Well,
What you been watching?
I've been getting into this so obviously I watch so many dramas, Korean, Japanese,
Sometimes.
English. Yeah, but I can kind of pick it up when you listen to it enough times. But I've been watching this French crime show, and it's amazing. It's called The Break.
With subtitles?
Yeah, but it's banging.
Really?
It's actually
And you
top
can
five.
catch up and it doesn't...
It's beautiful.
What's it called?
The Break.
It's on Netflix.
You just said that.
The Break.
It's on Netflix.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Honestly, watch it. It's if you're into crime thriller, psychological type things, then definitely watch that because it's insane. But apart from that, pretty much that's about it.
Talking about break, someone that needs to break free, they have not got a song named that. I don't know. I was thinking, no, they don't. We're on to Wild Gone for us, but now it's time for Wild Gone for them. Say a jingle. They're not going to do that. The first one. Have you guys heard of #Free Britney? So yeah, the theme, I should have said this before I said the #Free Britney thing. The theme is a lot of these are going to be music related or music artists because you're in the house, you're in the building. So let's have a theme today. So yeah, anyone heard of Free Britney?
I've seen the hashtag, but I don't know anything about it.
Okay, let me give a rundown. Zahara's bursting. Let me give a rundown. So, Free Britney is a hashtag that started about a couple years ago, maybe longer, but it came to the forefront a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Where people are concerned about her and feel like her dad that has civil ownership over her, meaning he owns her money, basically. I said so, all of that. So who can she talk to? All of that. Not who specifically, but in terms of Britney must go through her to get stuff, basically. Recently this year, they released a film or a documentary. Not a documentary, it would be a film. Where they just them movies about celebrities and stuff like that, and they just broke it down. And obviously the man didn't come off in the greatest light, which he would never. So all of her fans now have more ammo to free Britney, get her out of this bind that she's got with her dad being owned, and she's currently in court and trying to fight it so he can let go. The boyfriend that she got now, he is he called the man a dick. Strong dick into TMZ. So that's what Free Britney is. They think that the man shouldn't have control.
But isn't Britney a bit?
That's
she's not.
That's why it was put in place. So we also saw the episode with Umbrella, the ball head and stuff like that. Me and her twinning. So what's it called? So she, we all saw the breakdown, but now people are saying she's well enough to come out of that.
People just need to mind their business when it comes to stuff like that,
because honestly, with Britney, she's been in the industry since young. Do you get what I'm saying? And so when especially back in the days, if you're in that industry, there's a lot of crazy shit going on back, behind the scenes, and it's not really fought for, or it's known enough for people to do something about it. And so I feel like she was just going through a crisis from day dot.
Yeah.
And obviously when she lost it, you know, instead of like people to, you know, help her, it was more, oh, Britney's a mood.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Britney's a mood, Britney's this, Britney's a meme now. And then for somebody to have ownership of pretty much her life, it's actually quite sad and it's quite scary, to be honest.
Because I look at it as more so as if there was one video where she burnt her kitchen or something.
Well,
She was dancing.
Yeah.
She was dancing, and somehow she goes, "Yeah, I burnt my kitchen."
She
or
knocked down
whatever.
the candle, she said, I think.
And you can tell she's not. She's not herself as you know her to be, and I kind of want to spin it on its head. Let's say, for example, who's to say if the dad is spending her money or being frivolous with her money, that's one thing. But if her dad is saying, look, you've worked since you were 14 to make all this money. I'm not going to sit down and watch you squander it or people come in and take advantage of you to lose all this money while you have children whose legacy or your legacy is going to push them into different places. I wouldn't be so pissed about that. Question is how or what is the dad doing helping to support her? Because
Exactly.
he knows stuff that clearly we don't know. It's like this whole thing where people go, oh, I want that Will and Jada relationship. I want that Beyonce and Jay-Z relationship. You don't know what their
don't know.
relationship.
Absolutely.
You don't know if they sleep in the same bed. Hell, well, I'm not going to say it. But we don't know, right? We
can't
know
go into that.
Jada was an entanglement. And then all of a sudden everyone's like, rah, how could Will entertain that? But that's the poison that you don't want.
Exactly.
But that's the poison that they were able to handle.
Right.
So I feel like
Facts.
people need to kind of like step back, mind your business, and find out, is your bed frame, does it need changing, or does your mattress need to be flipped?
Right.
Rather than paying attention to what Britney's dad is doing. Because I know some people ain't changed their bed sheets since 82.
Well,
Who has changed their bed sheets?
Well, I don't know. When was the last time you changed your toothbrush?
Oh, I do. Mine's a thingy. I get
I
sent.
think a couple of people are thinking about it.
No, mine won't get sent.
you don't think about it, you just do
Do
it.
it.
You'd be
just
surprised.
do it.
Some people's brushes are like this.
Oh my god! You have to watch you. Oh, when they just skin out like
Like a sunflower.
like them just. It's like, oh my days! I know what them.
Yeah.
Someone else
That's
has
nasty.
helped someone else accidentally skin out. Justin Timberlake, this is a shit. The other segues would have worked better, but we kept talking. Justin Timberlake finally apologized to Britney, segue from before, and Janet.
Yeah, you need to explain this.
That was
So obviously, I'm gonna read the apology that he posted on Instagram. I didn't check if it was still there, but I screenshot it.
apology for what?
So the first apology is how when it came to like losing virginity and stuff with Britney,
Oh, he lost his virginity to Britney.
or they were being celibate, but then they wasn't. But he didn't really get no backlash from it, where she did. Don't quote me, just paraphrase me on that one. And then we all know Super Bowl Janet.
Yeah.
She get blacklisted, but the man went on to culturally appropriate us up to suit and tie. That was a great song. Anyway, so his apology to them, or the apology that he posted up on Instagram, goes as I've seen the messages, tags, comments, and concerns, and I want to respond. I am deeply sorry for the times in my life where my actions contributed to the problem, where I spoke out of turn or did not speak up for what was right. I understand that I fell short of these moments and in many others, and benefited from a system that condones misogyny and racism. I specifically want to apologize to Britney Spears and Janet Jackson, both individually, because I care for and respect these women, and I know I failed. I also feel compelled to respond in part because everyone involved deserves better, and most importantly, because this is a larger conversation that I wholeheartedly want to be a part of and grow from. The industry is flawed. It sets men, especially white men, up for... Where I emphasize that, sorry. I don't know why I did that. Especially white men up for success. It's designed this way. As a man in a privileged position, I have to be vocal about this. Because of my ignorance, I didn't recognize it for all that it was while it was happening in my own life. But no punctuation. But I do not want to ever benefit from others being pulled down again. I have not been perfect in navigating all of this throughout my career. I know this apology is a first step and doesn't absolve the past. I want to take accountability for my own missteps in all of this, as well as be a part of a world that uplifts and supports. I care deeply about the well-being of the people I love and have loved. I can do better and will do better. So you have been listening to the Coaster podcast.
And it's happening every Wednesday, every 2 weeks at what time? Hey, no? I mean, whatever time we feel like, innit?
Yeah,
Boy, innit? He
our
comes on, it
podcast.
comes on.
Go on. What do you guys think of his apology?
It just That's
how it sounded to you. You translated?
Yeah. It's like an essay to me. Like I don't feel like it comes off genuine, though he is stating facts. He's saying all the right things, but is it already too late? Because how many years ago? Exactly. What's that? Do you get what I'm saying? How long does it take for you? I mean, you were participating in all these Black Lives Matter stuff, all these hearsay and all up and down and stuff, but now you're doing it
for
now?
all the dragging that he got, because they were dragging him, you've waited now. But was it to curate this apology?
I find these things so similar to this Oluwa Jack thing. You know that Love Island.
Okay.
See,
guy.
I'm not on social media like this.
He apparently was on Love Island, and he's just like this white guy who
gives off knowing the culture, so they gave him the nickname Oluwa Jack.
Everyone's like, oh yeah, if I was gonna get with a white man, it needs to be someone like Oluwa Jack, la la la, and then he end up getting like a Becky, like a proper standard.
Right, and now you feel
Becky. Then now you're like, oh. I feel like Justin Timberlake is one of those guys. I don't think he was ever part of the black community like that. The whole theme during those times was this is a white boy who can sing and dance. So they gave him R&B to sing. Do you get what I'm saying? And he ran with it. And Janet Jackson was that girl. She piggybacked off it. I feel like it was a whole marketing ploy. Yeah. And Janet Jackson and Britney Spears were the pawns in it. He knew that. I don't know why you're now going to tell us something we already knew. Yeah. It's either shut up and move forward about it. Yeah. But then...
Like, people forgot. But I completely forgot about it.
What, the Janet or Britney?
The Janet situation, like, because it's been so long.
Twitter had brought it up last year. With BLM, Twitter. A lot of things got...
Twitter
be dragging out.
They don't
forget nothing.
God forbid I've got... Let me not put that idea in it. But when they start dragging stuff up in here. Talking about dragging stuff up, you guys are done on that, right? Because I was done. Justin, well done. Go and talk to Britney and Janet in it. That's what
Chat to them. Chat to them.
For me,
you don't need to come tell us what you've done.
Like,
something else that ain't gonna do nothing for me, and I'm only doing it because one of them's a musician, so we can just move on quickly. This is me saying we can. Kanye and Kim are getting divorced.
Oh, gee.
Okay, cool. That was great. You're still gonna have enough money. Taylor Swift is still gonna be hating on you, Kanye. I don't know. I just wanted to add a little bit of salt to that one. On to the next one. I'm trying to save the UK one a little bit later. Trey Songz got leaked.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you guys got room for this though. The last two couldn't get it, but
no, please.
What is that?
Your side of the bed.
Trey Songz, he's taking
Which one are y'all? Love it.
Which one are y'all?
Anyway, did any of you guys see
Billy Goat? That's how he sounds. That's not even me. That's him.
He said,
your side of the bird.
This is why celebrities hate normal people. It's not because of anything but the fact that we take... No, I'm joking.
No, literally. Don't you start every song like that?
Yeah, all of them. But Jason Derulo sang his name for years. So I didn't need to drink Jason Derulo into this. Sorry. So anyway, any of you guys see the nude?
I mean, everyone saw it.
It wasn't. It was like a 3-second.
No.
little clip. You didn't see it.
No.
Yes. Go on YouTube for that one. So anyway, someone, do you know what it is? Someone summed it up in a tweet. A friend of mine that is very Twitter famous. I'm sure they need to just report for TMZ at this point. Right. Everything I know comes through them. Basically, their caption was basically like, he has an OnlyFans. Of course, you're gonna see it sooner or later.
Has he got OnlyFans?
Yes, he does.
Who doesn't have OnlyFans?
Everybody.
Yeah,
I've seen Tiger's one.
But you saw Tiger before OnlyFans was a thing.
Oh, yeah, true.
So.
I mean, I'm gonna say this.
Go on,
yeah.
speak your mind. Speak freely. Speak freely in a safe space.
It was terrifying. I don't know what was going on.
Wait, are we talking about Trey Songz? The
yeah,
video?
yeah.
Where?
I don't know what
It wasn't worth recording, I can tell you that.
It wasn't worth it. I feel like I wanted to keep my image of him being a panty dropper man and not, you know.
What do you mean by terrifying? Sorry, I was 2 lanes behind.
I mean,
there was nothing going on.
First and foremost, that thing.
You just said that, that ain't
I
it.
mean, if you're paying $9.99 for that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I get the
right,
okay,
right.
okay, yeah.
Like, let me keep that image of you in my head. Now that I've seen you in action, I don't want it.
Oh.
Your side of the bed.
I'm finished.
Something a little bit off brand, but we know celebrities love them. LV, you guys might not actually know this.
L who?
V.
Who's that?
Vuitton.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
With the Jamaica thing. Take the piss.
So
Yeah,
you do
that's
know
rude.
it.
That's rude.
That's rude.
Well,
That's rude.
The whole topics that they've got Vim for is very interesting to
That is so rude.
But it's two, because I've seen one where, unless it wasn't LV, but where it was like a little diamond print on green. But then I saw another one where it was green, yellow, and red.
Yeah.
And the name was Jamaican Stripe.
Yeah.
Wrong flag.
20 plus years of my life, that ain't been the colours I grew up with.
No.
Yeah, just because there's no black people. And you know, the thing is, if they do have black people in the office, they don't feel confident enough to speak up.
Yeah, because you get
But
fired.
but have we not been through this enough for you to double check these facts before? From the coolest monkey in the jungle foolishness,
Right.
from the lips on Gucci,
Right.
and I'm paraphrasing, but I think I was right on those two. All of these things, you don't think you should check your branding before you push it out there if you're going to use another culture.
It doesn't take that long. You type it on Google, Jamaican flag, and it pops up. They do these things on purpose. I feel like they actually do these things on purpose.
I agree.
No.
Because honestly, my godson could search up Jamaican flag
you know what
and
it
would
is?
draw it.
It's. I wouldn't say I'm not defending them, but you got to understand how white people think in order to make sense of the foolishness. Do you get what I'm saying? Because once you understand how they think, you start to realize how stupid they are. No, I don't mean it in.
No, it's not.
No, it's, but I hear it.
You see what I mean?
I hear it.
You have to think in
The
their head.
mentality of,
Like who in their right mind will use jerk rice?
You start thinking
You
in
don't
their head
use
and
meat
you're in your own
seasoning
Get
for
Out
rice.
series, mate.
yeah,
Sorry.
Do you see what I'm saying?
that spun me senseless. I
Like
can't lie.
jerk rice,
I forgot
meat
that.
seasoning.
Tesco, Sainsbury's.
You put onto rice, and then when a black woman, a Jamaican, is explaining on Good Morning Britain, you don't do that. You're saying, "Oh, can't it be?" You're excusing your behavior to say, "Can't it be inspired by?" No, because you use that seasoning for meat.
All rice matters.
You see what I'm saying?
All rice matters.
So
That's what they actually all rice matter that situation.
So it's almost
to be
like,
fair.
so if it isn't Jamaican colours, who cares? Anyway, who's going to argue with us on it?
Right.
That's how they think.
Right.
You see, because any normal person would say, "Oh, sorry, I know we can't do jerk rice. Let's make it meat seasoning then." Yeah? Or jerk some fish or prawns or whatever. But, you still stuck to rice and then try to excuse it and say it can be inspired by. No, a curry's a curry.
Right.
You don't make a curry a solid.
So, on the subject of curry, just a little side. I love a little segue. It's so bad. A little side note, yeah. Do you guys say curry chicken or chicken curry?
But they're two separate things.
Okay, cool.
Right.
No, are they or are they not?
I feel
They are.
like chicken curry is like curry with chicken, and it's on the rice.
Yeah.
But then if it's like chicken, like what's the other one?
Yeah, I think
There's chicken curry, and curry chicken.
curry chicken in.
I
But then
think the other way is more on the Caribbean side.
Right.
Oh.
So I thought one was Indian, one was...
Yeah, no, that
Yeah,
I
I'm
know they're two
saying.
different things. I was asking which one is. Not that I'm saying no plantain versus plantain beef.
Let's not.
But it just kept something popped up in my head. And we're talking about food, innit? And I
Oh.
was just thought I'd ask if you guys say curry chicken or in the what do you guys say? Go. Okay, cool.
Curry chicken, yeah. Curry
This was in the room to ask. Actually, this was not the room. I must.
Listen, having chicken curry.
You see, that's the thing.
Don't
You
say.
see? Do you see what I mean? Like it's different.
Really, I don't think
it's different.
I've never had full disclosure. I don't think I've never had a proper Indian takeaway. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Anyway,
Right.
that's.
The
I just
episode-
never.
I was going to say... No, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. It's never. I think because I don't know because I'm sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. Like, are Asians having a Jamaican takeaway?
Are Asians having a Jamaican takeaway?
Yeah, no, like our Indians. You know, like I've
Yeah.
had it.
Did they eat it? You mean?
Yeah.
But is that like, you know, like in British culture on a Friday you have a Indian takeaway, like, or a Saturday, whatever case is, isn't it? Obviously, because we have like Jamaican food and cuisine, yeah. Our takeaway is pizza. Like, do you know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
British
Yeah,
more
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
than it is like in India, because obviously, not being born here as well, we came here for like the British part more than anyway, so the next one was on that one. I just want to get out of that pond real quick. I feel like I wasn't even. It wasn't drowning, but you just
You
like
weren't
it was like mud. I was just like, I'm not swimming nowhere with that one. I was just like.
No, I hear it.
To get on to, we're gonna end on a little bit of. It's gonna be a little side in it, but it's not this. Just to prep you guys for when it does come. Anyway, so a British one that I could find and cared about, essentially that you guys might care. Do you guys know who IVD is?
Ivorian doll.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, we're not specifically Jesus Christopher. I don't know if it's the shade or energy coming off them today with these.
I'm just cleaning my teeth.
Okay, cool. We're not really talking about her. We're going to talk about a statement she made, yeah? Cool. We're not going in on that. She said, London men, and I'm paraphrasing, are immature.
Which international man has she had? Oh, no. Genuine question. No,
He said that so quick as well.
No, but
One,
is it not
facts
genuine
are
question?
facts.
Which international man has she had?
No.
No.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass. Dead ass. Cut
Wait,
it.
cut the cameras.
Dead ass. Embezzle,
Dead ass.
man? Embezzle?
Embezzle?
Sorry.
Who said
Who
that? Who said that? Who said that?
Are you not embarrassed? Anyway, we can
Are
do
you
it.
not embarrassed?
This
Are you
is
not
very
embarrassed?
embarrassing.
is
Sorry, I
embarrassing.
could do this all day.
No, but... What? Wait, did she talk about Dubai?
No, okay, let me tell you the full statement. I should have just said the statement. I should have never let you run through you two. So
Sorry.
the whole point is, I don't know if she was on like either live or an interview or whatever the case, isn't it? I just want to talk about that statement you guys were talking about on her. So her whole thing was, she doesn't feel like her man is in the UK. This is a little bit old, innit? It just popped up and I was like, well, let's see what you guys have to say. She's like, she doesn't feel like her man is in London. She's tried lockdown dating. It's not happening. It's not the thing. She feel like her man is international because British men are immature. I put childish here, but I'm sure it was immature.
Okay, then whatever rocks her eggs.
I'm going to be in trouble. But I'm going to say this. Nobody cares.
Facts.
Like,
Facts are facts, Britain.
you know what it is? Nobody asked you a question. Like you really put a statement.
You guys, they could have asked her a question. It was like an Instagram live, so maybe someone asked you. I'm not going in on her and what.
No,
her
yeah,
thing.
no,
I'm just saying.
the actual
you know what? The
statement.
real question is: do you think London men are childish or
No,
immature?
the actual statement doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, cool. Now we're on it.
Because it's like, what gave you that idea that every single like man in the UK is immature?
Oh, okay. She ain't dated all of them, that's true.
But it's for me, it's in this panini.
In this pandemonium.
Right. Where were you expecting? Like, what were you looking to do?
I'm not gonna lie. Everyone wants to beat. Everyone wants to beat. No one's looking for a relationship.
Oh my God, they said once, and when they opened the floodgates, if you're watching YouTube and you see me looking out to the side, one of my producers eating. He just looks so much sorry. Once they open the gates I'm gonna call it freedom, because right now I don't know what this is. Condoms ain't gonna be used. STIs might rise up. Children, childbirth, 9 months down the
Baby
line.
booming.
Baby boom's already started.
Oh my! Nappies are expensive.
Right.
How would you know?
Who's paying? Pardon?
How would you know?
Remember at my old job?
Kids.
Yeah.
Children. The children.
No, that's a
They're
thing.
pricey.
They are pricey. I ain't paying for them.
Maybe
nappies.
IVD wants a baby.
How did you bring this back around to her?
Well, I mean, if she's out here evaluating everyone's pockets to know
She wasn't
international men have got more money or they can do certain things.
She didn't say
then-
money. She
just
just
said
said
money.
money.
She
Look
just
at you
said money.
dragging her. She just said
I'm
that.
not dragging, but I just don't understand. Like, how can you say UK men or London men are X, Y, and Z?
It's either men are immature or men are not immature, and just keep it stepping.
Or the ones you pick.
Right. There you go. Choices.
I feel sometimes these people share too much of their business where they're allowed to get themselves cussed out or sometimes even ridiculed. Like, just keep that opinion to yourself. If your man is in Timbuktu, I beg, tell him to send you those boats that go on the water. No, those planes that go in the water. And let him fly you to Timbuktu.
You have to tune into YouTube, guys. I'm not plugging
To
because
do
we
your
need the
thing.
views. But you need to see this, yeah?
you see what
You
I
just
mean?
can't
Like,
listen to him talk. You need to see
you need to
Mr. Hanzo. You have to see
and
Mr. Hanzo
analyze
go
the
off.
behavior.
Yeah, you have to see it.
No, but is it not true?
No, you're right.
You know, it's facts though. It's actually facts.
If your bed is lying in somewhere, what are you doing here?
It's true. No, if you're calling it somewhere else,
Your bed is
why
lying- why are you here? Don't complain. Go.
Oh God, nice
I don't
gracious.
see there's some things there that you just don't share. Just
Yeah, really.
zip your lip.
That's a lesson I could take.
Go to the
Zip it, ship it, and lay in it.
and go enjoy it somewhere else.
Enjoyment.
When they say where have you been, you say
Talking about, let's segue
I've
onto
been
when you
enjoying my life.
Amen.
Finish.
someone that we hope we're gonna go on to deaths now, you guys. So I want to take that segue before you guys not even drag, but just say more about IVD and the surpassing
We're not
comment.
dragging her.
No, I know.
We're
That's why I
like-
said I didn't want to use the
No
phrase dragging.
dragging. I don't want to.
No, we don't drag.
Drag
Dragging
Nicki-
the statement.
I
at
don't want to
least.
drag Nicki. I mean, Ivy boring doll. So let's,
No, you have to be smart to catch that one. That was a very intelligent shade. So someone while we're talking about is, do you guys know who Sir Tom Moore is?
Yeah, who doesn't?
the 100-year-old.
Oh, well
Yeah, can
done.
you
Do you know what?
imagine?
It's good.
He
That's a little
walked
piece of
round
British
his
culture,
house
you
for
know.
the NHS. Boris Johnson's bad man, you know.
He really is.
I don't have no control
really
of them,
is.
you guys. 'Cause
No,
this is not the conversation, though, yeah?
No, listen, you got to deep the fuckery. You got to deep the fuckery. Listen, when the pandemic happened, the whole thing was save the NHS, save the NHS. NHS didn't have PPE, didn't have all of these things there. You waited for 100-year-old man, or almost 100-year-old man, to take his frail self lapping up and down his garden for £1,000. You let the media push it. He brings 13 million, and then you're coming to say, let's clap. So, who wants to clap? I don't want to clap. My hands are sore from clapping from the NHS
But-
from the last time.
They didn't get a pay rise after
I'm
all
not
that
gonna
happened.
lie.
They've got
Nobody-
And they
3%
took away all
or
the
something
privileges
percent.
they got from like Uber and stuff like that.
There's
How
bad
rude.
mind.
Nobody in my
It's
hood
sad that he's
clapped.
gone.
I didn't hear a whisper.
You know, you had
Yeah.
to live in the right neighborhood for them to be clapping.
Right.
But what I wanted to say on that topic is, obviously he's passed away, so R.I.P. To him. And what he did was really good at like 100. Come on, like.
No, it's sad.
No.
that it
It's-
takes
no, it's sad that
someone
he had to
he
do
had
it.
to do it for people to
But
see.
if you're gonna go down, do you know what I mean? You know you're 100. You know, and you wanna go out with him. That's the Vim in it kind of thing. It is sad, but that's something I think we touched on, like Boris, and for him to look at his cabinet and the situation. But I wanted the topic I want to talk about him is he went to Barbados on holiday.
You see, they want to carry COVID from here, the variant, and go and drop it at home
That's the actual combo.
to spread.
Yeah, so he did, got the COVID, came back, and he's obviously passed
What?
away.
Well, you know what? Let the dead rest peacefully, because you don't know where he got the COVID from. He's probably the British Airways staff may give him the COVID.
Oh, cool. And you know what? I like that note to end on. So
Yeah.
R.I.P. to him.
Yes.
While we're
R.I.P.
doing deaths, before we get on to some honours, we also, let's do Cicely Tyson.
Legend.
Thank you.
Legend.
Legend, icon, all the good stuff, all
Yep.
her accolades. A moment. Go on, Cicely. And then we can't do a long moment. There's a video there. But shout out to her. If you don't know who that is,
Yeah.
when, you know when they say black don't crack?
Black
Don't
Black.
crack.
Just in every film.
Oh,
And the
and
best.
done the job. I mean,
Really.
done the job. Someone that local that I wanted to shout out, and I'll just give you guys a breakdown of the story, is firefighter Jaden Francis. Or Francis.
The guy killed himself.
Yeah, committed
Oh, yeah,
suicide
yeah.
from being bullied at the fire station that he works at, which is, we talk off air, because I've already said he does firefighting. That sounded very less than what you got into fires, and I said that so lightly. So no, shout out to Jaden Francis and his family. Check it out. There is a GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
So if you can donate, stretch your hand, and obviously just in the workplace alone, anywhere, like if you see that there is just a minority and they're the only minority,
Do better.
do you know what I mean? I was gonna say, like,
The fact that there's just a minority
yeah, come on,
in
like,
this day and age in a workplace will tell you alone.
watch your tone, watch what you're saying.
Right.
They don't have to educate you. You can go out and educate you. Zahara said this earlier. Google is readily available
Seriously.
to
I mean, just ask.
ask.
Ask. Just don't be
Don't be a
a
dick about
pompous.
And you know, talking about being a dick, allegedly, the team was like, it was all in his head. How you
You
gonna
can't-
gaslight the
can't-
dead? I didn't like that. Is that really?
You said it was in his head.
The fire
Of course
station.
they
It
will
was
say
just
that.
yeah. That's why I said allegedly, man. So what's it saying?
I've been. You know what?
Sorry, I'm really quiet or really started up. But one is the whole death part of the situation, but also like, I just, do you know, I remember at one job when I was like I'm the only black guy there, and I was just like, it's just not.
It's not.
It's
it.
just not. It's not it. It's just
not
not a
it.
nice feeling. No matter, and it's not just. It's one. It's not just in your head. If I think about it, it's not just in your head. But two, it then starts to revolve in your head constantly. No matter what they do, because not everyone's got bad intentions. But you start to just think, and you're like, and you look around. Even there was like black females there, but I was still like the only black guy. So I was just like, I didn't even want to be friends with the next one that walked through the door, but I just
Right.
wanted to like just see someone, like a little brother. Do you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. So it just starts to swirl in your eyes. So it just adds to more in it. So R.I.P. to Jaden Francis. Like I said,
R.I.P.
go and check out the GoFundMe if you can. Spread
Should drop the link
story.
at the bottom.
Yeah, it'll be in
Yeah.
the description on our YouTube page. That was good. Well done. Look at you earning your keep, mate.
honey.
And next, we've got honors. Rock and roller inducting people, and I've chosen black ones. Cool.
Well, I mean,
Not all of them, but just some shout out. Obviously, the legend that is Fele.
Fela.
Another one. Do you know what the joke is? I've got notes in it, and I read it, and I was just like, "That's not it." And sometimes they leave my mouth, and I say,
and
"Gee."
we practiced it before.
I was gonna say I got a fact on, but that doesn't sound good, but I still said it. Go on, Zahara.
Fela Kuti.
Thank you. Shout out to him, a legend.
This is
In
the
the
I
best
thought
you know.
he should have been on that by
Well,
now.
that's just what I'm saying.
And
Why
I'm
all of a
surprised
sudden?
Jay-Z.
Oh, you saw? Yeah, Jay-Z's another
Jay-Z?
one.
It's no.
Rock and roll
I'm
just means
surprised
music.
he
Is what
hasn't
they don't
been
mean.
on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised.
Were you saying Jay-Z shouldn't?
No, I just find it a bit random that there's a lot of older people that are not on it that should be on it.
That should have been on
and
it, yeah.
he's-
They didn't
he's
make
all of a
these.
sudden
I don't think
on
they
it.
made these things for us, you know.
Well, that is true.
Talking. So those were the male in the industry, and three legends that made it female-wise. Mary J. Blige. Shaka Khan.
She
should have been on it from
for
time.
You guys,
From
they didn't make these things for us.
Right?
And then, last but not least, there's probably more, but these were the ones that obviously the headlines push out there. Tina Turner.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, long time.
time. So yeah, no,
She's
shout out
been
to
there a
all
long
of them.
Yeah.
Bella Kuti. It still doesn't sound right.
It is.
But did I say it right that time?
Yeah.
Okay, but now I'm not confident with it.
It's Caribbean self.
You know what I'm
It's not
saying?
the
Yeah.
kind- do you know what it is? I just butcher. I don't know if it's the older I'm getting, I'm clearly losing memory out in these. Or I've locked in too much poems, so maybe I should have been like the other poets and just read. Because now I've just got poems just reading off for no reason. Or is it because I meet so many people and young people, so I'm learning young people name. Sorry to everyone
I
else.
believe it when teachers say, you know, don't mind me if I don't remember your name. I'll remember your face.
Yeah, no, I can remember.
'Cause there's
Yeah,
so many names to remember. Jeez.
30 in one class.
And you got to remember the ones in your family.
Right? Barely. I was just about to say.
You got to go home and remember, oh, what's your name
What's
again?
your name?
Mum.
And on that note, that is the end of that segment of Wagwan for us, Wagwan for them. So, Mr. Hanzo, do you know what Anchor is?
Nope.
So, Anchor is a podcast streaming site that you can make your podcast, then you put it out there. And not only do they put it on their platform, they also put it out on all the other platforms from Spotify, iTunes. And then what's really nice about the Anchor is you can start making money once you start getting the viewership. And money just exciting for us.
Ding, ding, ding.
So make sure you check out Anchor. Hey, welcome back. That sounds like we're on
Welcome
TV show. We're not
back.
on that.
Welcome.
But you know what it is? I just like it. It's a nice.
That's how you know he's ready for his
open
career in
and close.
TV.
He's so ready.
He's ready.
You was born a
If
star.
I can lose a stone. I
Oh,
will push-
stop that, man. We discussed this.
I have. I was saying, no, do you know what it is?
I keep telling him, yeah, everyone's got their size, right?
I do too. A lot.
No, but I'm saying not
Sorry,
everyone's
the laugh
meant to
is
be
so
skinny.
ugly.
Do you see what I mean? And not everyone's supposed to be, you know,
right.
like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Everyone's got their size. Your size is fine.
I've never been comfortable with his name, you know.
What, Arnold Schwarzenegger?
For real.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just always,
Yeah.
and it's
But
not
it's
a bad
not
thing.
too
It's not his
cheap.
fault. Yeah, I know, but I always been like, every time I hear it, I just say, oh, I don't know why. So,
The other one, I'm not too sure about.
which one?
Nicole Schwarzenegger.
Oh, Nicole Schwarzenegger.
See, this right here.
Let me know. You know I can't do names already. Let me know what I'm butchering the woman's name in here. Shout out to her ex though. You know he won like 7
Okay.
Formula Ones.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And does
yeah.
music and all of that.
Lewis
Does he
Hamilton.
sing?
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton.
Bits. Yeah, he does bits.
What kind of bits? Your side of the bird. Them kind of bits. Or
Wait, it's like,
I'm done.
he does music.
Yeah.
Google
I
that.
think he did a song with Christina Aguilera. Like,
Not
quite a while
the
ago.
Christina. Not that Christina.
that one. Nah.
You know they used to drag her. They used to drag her and say, "What's it called? She can only hit high notes." If she
No, but did you
strings
see
it up.
her Christmas special?
No, she had one.
What, the one with
you
the
know
thing
Mariah
rolling down the
owns
leg?
Christmas.
And hurrying down the chimney tonight. I said, girl, riffs. It's not every. Leave it there.
How did
Leave it
how did she not get
there.
dragged on social media for that?
You know.
She got away with murder. Do you know? 'Cause
Colours.
Mariah.
Yeah,
But Mariah did release hers as well, and that was
this
trending
one?
and that high. Yeah, you know her and Aria. They both done that whistle. So
Wait,
Hold
you
on,
didn't
no.
mention-
We didn't mention.
You didn't mention the black one.
no,
You just
Oh,
missed-
Jennifer Hudson.
you
Shout out to
just
Jennifer.
missed
But
Jennifer-
what went viral?
The best one.
No, we know Jennifer Hudson is amazing. But I'm saying what went viral from that Christmas special was both Ari and Mariah doing whistle notes in harmony or whatever.
Like
the
somebody
case.
just shut the
But
door.
Jennifer, shout out to her. I actually love Jennifer's music. I'm not
Did you
feeling away because
catch
they just
that?
pulled me out. What did he say?
Nah, I didn't say
Craig,
anything.
Just turn it up. Whatever he just said, just turn that one up loud.
What do you mean? No.
Later. What did he say?
Sounds like shutting or opening a door.
Who? Jennifer?
The
Oh yeah, no, that is like a squeak on a door. But they call Jennifer Hudson the fog. Sorry, yeah, no, that's her nickname.
Hold on. Before we move on, I want to get to Lewis Hamilton because this singing business.
You really didn't let this go?
No, can you imagine him? I can't imagine him singing.
Singing, yeah.
actually quite
We
good.
must Google after.
Yeah, please Google.
Well,
after.
does he sing or does he,
I'm
like,
lying, I'm
folk sing?
sorry. I'm confused.
Does he, or does he
Lewis
does,
Hamilton, the race driver.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Just checking.
But what kind of singing? Like Janae Aiko, the whispering thing.
No, R&B.
Like,
Sweet boy.
yeah.
I gotta understand you. I don't.
Craig David. Them
not
apples
Craig
there.
David, 'cause
You know, I love the lyrics.
you want to come if you like that. Craig David all over you.
Anyway, so back to
DJs is all up to you. Club classic.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
why do you?
You know what you gonna do.
You guys can actually sit here and do this forever the day. So this segment.
That's my Raven singing
This
voice.
is the longest intro we've ever had to a segment, you know. The segment is thoughts and questions of a co-star. Today, the topic or something that's been playing on my mind, and because you're in the building on the sofa, it is pushing your dreams, talents, and creativity. I was gonna start with a question, but I'm gonna start with a quote. Yeah. Xaharah, you might know this. So the quote goes, it's by an unknown person.
He's himself in it.
No, it's not. It's not. Sorry, that's not why I laugh. This is why I laugh. The quote goes, I barely push myself, I can't lie. My mental health has taken over, so it's like the guilt of having to force music sometimes causes...
Slowly.
Take your time. Pronounce the words.
It's not my reading. It's not my reading. I've been practicing. It's not my reading. It's what was written. Sorry, start again. Just cut that. He's not gonna cut it. But obviously, I translated it when I read it, and then I copied and pasted. I didn't reread it. So go again. Take 2. I've only pushed myself. I can't lie. My mental health has taken over, so it's like the guilt of having to force music sometimes. That causes me to push out stuff, so I'm not off the radar.
Is that you?
It's me, everybody. That was me. Invasion of privacy. The biggest enemy that holds me back is the mental healthness of it, and the toxic. Like, it's really toxic in the music industry, and so having the pressure, like once you release one song, you have the pressure to release another one, because it's, if you don't release something, you'll be forgotten, because there's just so much music coming out every single day. So that being said,
You got so sophisticated.
that being said, that was me. I feel exposed, but it's facts, you know. But yeah,
You called yourself a musician and not a singer. Why is that?
because from the process of, so I write music, but when I write music, I do it from a storyline perspective. And a lot of people, when they hear my music, they kind of envision a scenario in their head. And not only that, I take care of how I look like, what I represent in my music, and not just do...
Your skin looks good. Sorry, I was...
You better stop it.
I just look. It looks real good, isn't it?
Get into it. But yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Body shop. Yeah. So
Go on.
so 2-2s now. Like, it's so. I don't know. Where was I?
You're basically
musician.
saying,
Yeah, sorry, go on.
you know, you're multifaceted.
Yeah. That sounded very dirty. But sorry. But yeah, and not only that, I take her the image, the presentation of it, the way, the process of it all. You know, it's not just me singing a song.
You don't just get a track and then re-record it, or you get a beat. You're there from like
I'm
the start
there from
to the
start
end,
to the
the
end.
mixing.
Right, and not only that, like, as an artist, you have to express yourself. You have to express yourself. You have to be very vulnerable, to allow the people to understand what you're coming from. Because anybody can be a singer, not everybody can be an artist. You know? Like, anyone can sing and do little 1, 2, 3, but when you are asked to get on the stage and to show your artistry, you're going to be standing there behind the mic just singing, and people will feel that. People feel more with feelings than how it just sounds like. You know, there's so many singers who sound so unique, and their voice can sometimes be broken or very soft, and it's the feeling that drags you to that artist. It's not specifically what they're saying anymore. And that's why we have gigs. That's why we have shows, because of the feel. Which is why I don't carry my phone in the show. Yeah, put your phone down and watch the show.
Oh, gosh.
Thank you.
But that's a word, like, don't watch through your thing. Obviously, I understand if you want to post it, but don't film the whole thing.
I see people
just take a little
holding their
boomerang
phone
and move.
the entire time. I said,
on.
go on, watch it on TV.
Talking about gigs, how has it been? Not, or have you done any online stuff? Because I don't mind the online now, but it took me a while to be like, okay, I'm going to perform online.
I haven't. I mean, I'm so distant with social media. So even me trying to promote my music is one thing, but for me to be able to share my talent is another. And I encourage everybody to do that. It is quite important to still be active and be going along with what the world is right now. And if that means recording online and whatever, then do it.
So what made you take a step back?
Again, just I needed to breathe. I needed to meditate and rehabilitate myself. Do you get
You were
me?
proud of yourself for that.
I'm so proud.
I felt it as she said it. She said, ooh. It's like, go on.
But because I want to show people who I am and what I am. And although, you know, certain music that I'm doing now is quite dark, that is me expressing the darker side of what I'm going through. And others are just cheeky, some are fun, some are, you know, lovely. But, you know, just honestly, when it comes down to it, artistry is just showing you, like, your vulnerability. You are okay to show people that you are not okay, to show people that you are happy and gracious, and just go on with it and not giving an FUCK, like not caring
That was
whatsoever.
fuck for anyone that can't spell.
Right, right, mummy, I'm sorry, but yeah, right.
So wait, jump in with any questions if you've got, or you're intrigued, or any.
I resonate with that so much, because I think a lot of the time, even if you're not in a creative space, you do almost have to find out who you are. Because I think a lot of the time you forget that and you just become a version of what
people want,
or what you think is palatable to everybody else.
I agree. I mean, I could be doing R&B right now and continuously be doing R&B for the rest of my life. I'd have probably got so many checks and been in America by now or whatever, but God knows. There's a reason why I'm here, because I want to be different. I want to be someone where they're not, I don't want to be compared to anybody. I don't want to be called, oh, Xaharah is like XYZ. I want to be Xaharah is Xaharah, innit?
Oh, okay.
And that within itself is another battle, because it goes back again. You have to show yourself who you are in order for people to accept you. But I could be doing R&B, but I decide I want to do R&B. I want to do metal rock. I want to do hip hop, rap,
Because you like
pop,
metal
jazz.
rock.
I live and breathe it. I sleep in metal rock.
Sorry.
I literally sleep in metal rock. It doesn't look like it, which I appreciate. But like metal rock is my lullabies. But you look at me and you think all I listen to is
R&B.
So outside of being like an individual and being Xaharah and not, you can get cursed with, like, you know, they used to say Normani's the next Beyonce, like stuff like that. And then, where's she at? Normani. She was
I'ma
from
break it down, let me be your motivation. Yeah, we do it all night. She's really good.
Yeah, and it's from Fifth Time. Anyway, see, that's the point. They called the girl, she's gonna be the next Beyonce, and she ain't Beyonce yet. So outside, what else? Have you got any other aims apart from being just yourself and like living your truth?
Well, I aim to release an EP this year, hopefully. It's not a promise. This is a Rihanna thing. I do it when I want, how I want. But this year it shall happen.
Rihanna's got the kids starving.
Honestly, everybody's crying about Rihanna's album, but nobody's talking about how she didn't finish Birthday Cake.
Wait,
That
so
song, Birthday
childish.
Cake.
Yeah, no,
I'm
Birthday Cake's
so
a good
mad.
one.
She still ain't finished that. I'm still on that. Y'all still crying over whatever.
It's been like 5 years though.
More than that, I think.
Jesus Christ. See, I keep calling his name. They're not gonna take me back in church with this behavior.
I'm dead.
So yeah, the EP is one of the aims.
EP is gonna be different. It's not gonna be like the single arigato that everybody's been hearing about.
We love that. We're gonna hear that a bit later, you guys. What's it called? Have you got any regrets? I want to end on like happy notes. So let's start with that.
I regret not doing this sooner, but I'm appreciative of taking the time to study myself, so that I'm better than who I was yesterday. But definitely, I regret definitely not doing it sooner. I should have just not give a fuck about what people were saying or how I say it. Obviously, a cultural thing was involved in that as well. You know, being African, mixed African, Arabic, whatever you name under the sun, it takes a toll. But I should have just done what I did. But I'm grateful that I'm still alive to this day. I thank God. And I will continue to strive and stomp on these haters and be the next Beyonce, because I am Beyonce. I am.
But Michelle is good too.
Michelle is wonderful.
But Michelle is very wonderful. You know that.
Wonderful. And Jesus say yes, nobody
We
can
can't
say no.
That is facts. Also, have you got a proudest moment thus far?
I would say right now my proudest moment is doing things. I thought we were gonna stop. Sorry, guys.
No, that was my fault.
It's
We have to laugh because that's 2 times today.
I'm sorry. We just slipping and dipping and diving. But yeah, what was it?
What's your proudest moment?
You know, she's so professional. She was ready to go on, and she just said,
so
"Let me not mess myself up."
Right. My proudest moment is definitely, well, first and foremost, graduating, because I survived that.
What did you study?
Musicianship. Professional musicianship. Yes, it's not made up. It's an actual thing.
Oh, please, people study underwater basket weaving. You know.
What?
Oh, that was good. Where does he just roll this off his tongue?
No,
Right?
seriously.
Oh, that's a real thing.
Yeah, people study. There's people study football studies. What do you mean?
That's
It's a
true.
degree. Football.
Right. So, that's one.
You want to shout out
So-
the uni or no?
No,
Okay,
absolutely
cool.
not.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
no,
cool.
no. Goodbye.
Did you go through any of that? You know, with last year, any?
Cultural appropriation
and
stuff.
this, you know, all of
the
that.
you're too R&B, even though I'm singing straight. Some next white girl will come in. Oh, that's wonderful. The soul in your voice, amazing. So yeah, I experienced that. I experienced the people touching my hair. Yes, my expensive hair. Don't want that. I've had the oh my God, really? Yes, girl. Oh yes, girl. Whatever, bitch. You know, like honestly, whatever. Like this bitch right here. Like she's so trifling. You know what I mean? How you saying trifling? You're from France.
That's one of my top pet peeves. You know, it's
Huh?
oh the lingo.
So I survived.
Oh.
I survived. Being the minority, I survived. But I'm glad. And another moment is releasing Arigato.
Hey.
I mean, the first single is always the biggest, you know.
And to end this segment on like a little piece of advice outside of Thorn and Rose at the end of the show. Do you ever suffer from writer's block?
Absolutely.
Any tips?
Absolutely. Biggest tip, put the pen down and go do things that make you happy. If you force a writer's block, it's never coming to you. It will come to you. But just put the pen down, have a glass, have a whatever, you know, do a cheeky dance, and breathe. And then sooner or later, while you're making your cup of tea, it's gonna pop up, and you're gonna do your writing. Just make sure you carry your phone for voice notes, or just a little pad. But most likely voice notes, because who carries a pad and a pen? But do that, and you know, just record. Even if it's put that in there, and boom, and you're great.
And what keeps you pushing? You have to watch YouTube to know what that was.
What keeps me going, I feel like, is my family. My mum and dad, like, they're so old, and I want them to be happy. African parents are not that happy. I want them to be very happy. So that being said, I want to buy them a house. I want to buy them a car, a cow, some land. You know,
it took me a minute to realize she said cow, you know.
Right?
Yeah. One must eat.
Right? And my friends, I feel like this lovely one here always pops up when I'm at my darkest moments. So I appreciate you for that. Not being too soft. Don't get gassed. But you are one of my top 5 favourites. And his head is tilting, guys. It's the Aquarius in him, all right?
Thank you.
And also, I have this fire to put my legacy.
Oh, I like that.
There, man.
Can we end on that? A fire to put my legacy.
A fire to put my legacy in print. Not for UK, the entire world.
Hey, welcome to the end of the podcast with our last 2 segments. The first one is sharing is caring. Because you know that, right? Support black businesses. What's it called? So yeah, we were gonna do a mashup, but I just want to give you the full stage.
Wow.
So the next person you're gonna hear is Xaharah. She's gonna introduce it and everything, but you can find it on Spotify. Over to you.
Everywhere.
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 I listen to stuff on Spotify.
I know,
Spotify
is the plug.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so hi, my name is Xaharah, and the song is called Arigato. Thank you. What do I do when I'm still in love with you? What can I say? Can have it any other way. And it's crazy the way you call me your baby, oh my baby. I need you to save me. Knock me off of my feet, yeah. You are the one I desire. Arigato, set my roof on fire. For the love and the kisses, goddamn, I love this shit. You are the one I desire. Set my roof on fire. For the love and the kisses, goddamn, I love this shit. Love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, love you. Till the end of time. Till the end. We make love oh so typical. We make love oh so memorable. We make good love. Have it any other way. I can have you any other way. I can have it any other way. Oh my baby, I want you. Oh my baby, I need you. Oh my baby, I want you. Oh my baby, I need you. Arigato, kimi ga suki. Arigato. Oh my baby, I want you. Oh my baby, I need you. Oh my baby, I want you. Oh my baby, I need you. And now I'm done. Bye.
More gunshots. That was so nice. There was a transition that you did. I said, what a bomba So, where can they find you? What's your preferred social media?
Instagrams. It's literally XAHARAH7. Now, it's my personal one now. So
No misbehaving.
no misbehaving. I don't tolerate nonsense. I will block Instagram, block. So be friendly, be kind, be generous, and yeah.
Check out the single on all streaming
platforms.
Thank you. Arigato, my Xaharah.
Arigato gozaimasu.
And on to the last segment, my favorite one, because then I get to hear what other people say and take away what they say too. So this segment is called a thorn and a rose. Do you wanna go first today, Mr. Hanzo?
You know what? I ain't got no problems this week, you know.
Well, going first. You don't have to go first.
No thorn.
No, let me go first. He normally has better ones.
Me?
Yeah, I don't want to follow. Jesus Christ. Sometimes, we'll let our guests go last.
Yeah.
That was so far back. You want to go first? I think he was going to say no, so I was ready. So when he said, I said, no. I panicked. So my thorn is something that Xaharah said. I wish I had pushed myself more pre-25. Jesus Christopher. Because I can only imagine where I would have been. Not saying I didn't do stuff, I did, because I wouldn't have all the connections I have now. But I probably just didn't take it for granted, especially when I was 22 to 24.
Right. Dark times. I am still in that. Dark.
From the weight gain to everything. I wish I'd pushed myself more. So that's my thought in it. Like, if I had to look back and sitting in February, just had my birthday, that's my thorn. But on the flip side, my rose is I'm mad grateful for the support. I remember when I ain't got no big followers on Instagram, but I remember when I set my mind to like making the numbers that I made in a year. I said, okay, cool, I'm gonna double that. And even this year I put myself and you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, cool stuff. I'm putting out content. I don't know if I have numbers. Some people have. I don't have numbers for the first thing, huh?
You got my numbers are abysmal.
No. But obviously we weren't out there like that. But I'm just saying some people would look at our numbers and be like, wow. But obviously you've been pushing it. Some of you bought yours, so that's the first thing. Whereas mine are pure and
real people.
I'm sure, to my knowledge, if I look through my whole, apart from like any models, normally plus size model that I follow, everyone I know who I follow, and all my followers are from gigs and stuff.
Yeah.
They were earned. Like, I really did put out content. I've gigged in 2019, really give myself off. So that's a plus side for all the goals. Or achievement side, didn't think was supposed to, like the BBC, top of the show, didn't see that coming. So that was really nice.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. You're up, sir.
Me? I have nothing to add.
Come on.
You have no thorn, Rose?
Come on.
Really? You don't have to have one.
Peace.
You know
That's
what?
fine,
I'm just working on peace.
Okay.
So as long as there's silence and there's peace, I'm at peace.
Come on.
So the
More
fact
money
that
from
you
the
guys
plantation.
are, well, you don't worry about that till Monday.
Whoa.
As long as you guys are, focusing on yourselves,
Right.
and being better and achieving your goals, I'm happy. So I'm proud of you both.
I'm proud of you too.
Oh.
Have you got a thorn, Rose? Or
What's my thorn? So obviously, man's trying to get P down in the lockdown, and you have these people called work coaches. Yeah. This one here, yeah. Let me tell you something. So, looking in the camera, look at my face. Yeah. You play too much. You saw I was going to turn 25. Man, try to rebuke it, fam. I said, listen, you're not about to do that. I'm about to get my P. I don't know about you. Sorry, personal thing.
I feel like you had a moment there.
I had a moment.
Yeah.
He basically, so as I explained, I've been going through it a lot. And just January the 8th was, I'm sorry, this is going to be very dark, but I like wanted to commit suicide on that day. And so I've been going through that. Thank God I didn't go through it. But I'm grateful that I'm here. And when that happened, I tried to explain to him, I'm sorry if I don't understand what you're saying to me, or if I'm confused or muddled or whatever, which, by the way, he's gaslighting king, because he just doesn't listen, yeah? It's a reverse psychology to make me feel bad. I'm not paranoid. I'm a very intelligent woman. I'm just depressed. So that being said, when that was going on, I explained to him. He said, okay, so are you in universal credit for the sake of universal credit? After explaining, I was about to off myself, you know? That to me was the biggest thorn I've been going through. That put me down, like to even talk about it took so many years. And so I had to get that sorted. I was on my P's and Q's. I wrote my formal complaint. I did all that going through. And eventually they sorted it out. And even the manager called me personally and was like, I apologize. I'm so sorry for that to happen. So people who are working in that field, fix up. Be reasonable. Have some empathy. Because you could act like you could kill somebody for just being so arrogant and ignorant to what the fuck you're saying to people. Like, I'm lucky enough. I had to call the helpline straight after because the anxiety, the pain, just be careful with your words and be kind. And for him to say something like that, I mean, I was just like, whoa, like, I don't want to be here. I'm not even on this team for more than 4 months. So I don't even know why you're chatting as if I'm not being active. And for you to do that, you know, that could be to anyone.
Panini, you know.
You know what I'm saying? In the Panini, there's people who are millionaires that are on universal credit now because they got to sell everything. You know, they can't get money anymore. So you have to be reasonable and be patient. But yeah, firstly, fuck you. Secondly, have a nice day and have a nice life. Really think about what you're saying, and I hope you hear this. Thank you, and welcome to my TED Talk.
And a rose.
My rose, I'm working on my EP, and I'm happy, and I'm doing what I want to do, and I hope everybody will enjoy that and shake nyash and make babies, because that is the joy of life.
Are you hearing Russeni?
No.
Are you hearing?
It's the joy of life.
I don't think my ears perked up so much.
No, I want do you know what? The biggest rose for me definitely has to be the self-care, the doing things that I'm able to do now, even with the lockdown. So I'm happy. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for God. Thank you, Allah. And I'm here, and we here, and we lit, and we party, and we rejoice. Yeah, and we keep it pushing. So, yeah.
And with that, we're going to close off the Coaster podcast. What I will say before I do the outros of names is I might not be the one to do it because I don't handle like the YouTube. But I will see to it that we have like helplines and stuff like that in the description with all of Xaharah. Just Instagram because you ain't on socials like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So we'll do all of that. Obviously, listen, share, and keep sharing and tuning in to the Coaster podcast. I've been Russeni. My co-host has been Oren Hanzo.
Okay.
Don't worry. And our special guest has been Xaharah.
Your side of the bird.
Which one of y'all?
No, let me know. Your side of the bird.
What do I do when I'm still in love with you? What can I say? Can't have it any other way. And it's crazy the way you call me, oh baby, oh my baby. I need you to say